Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found.
Let's get an update on the New Orleans terrorist attack, boys, and it's the FBI. It's the FBI. It has to be. There's no other explanation for how the FBI is this wrong on every aspect of this attack, and they're not the ones leading it, charging it, carrying it out. So the clip we're going to put at the beginning of this is the FBI lead special agent, totally not a diversity, equity, and inclusion hire, boys. No, probably an H-1B, by the way. Head over to Salt Must Flow and get yourself one of these. America's closed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Dave? America's closed. Get the hell out of here. Stay the hell out of here. Unless, like, you are a legitimate super genius. That's going to make a ton of American jobs. But we all know that's not what's happening over here. We bring in a bunch of low-skilled, cheap labor to undercut everybody and to put into the FBI so they can't figure stuff out. That's got to be what's happening over here. So here you've got... It's not a terrorist attack. They told you immediately it wasn't a terrorist attack. The dude drove through a bunch of people with a flag on the back of his truck. That's terrorism. Inciting violence, committing violence in order to push a political agenda, that's the textbook fucking definition of terrorism. Now, he forgot to unfurl his flag, but what does it mean? Oh my God, this Christina, come here. When I was going through the FBI program, we were busy hunting down terrorists, white supremacist white moms who don't want child porn in their school. So I don't know what this flag means. It's an ISIS flag. It's an ISIS flag. This is not difficult. It's not terrorism, though. It's not terrorism. Okay, it's not terrorism, boys. They got to finish this up so they could go bend the knee at BLM. Okay, so that's insane. How do you do that? So that special agent at the beginning of this video that said it wasn't terrorism, she's fired, right? I mean, she's fired. How could you possibly mess, even though she black with a vagina, boys? She got to be fired because she's woefully incompetent, right? No? Promoted? That would make sense. We need that cash money up in the FBI, boys. Cash on hand. So then, after telling you that it wasn't a terrorist event, they then come out and they go, we got video. Well, they don't have video. A bunch of people on 4chan posted video of a bunch of dudes and chicks placing bombs around the New Orleans event. And then the FBI finds the bombs around the New Orleans event. And then the video of those idiots putting those bombs there comes out. And the FBI goes, it's a lone wolf. We have, what were those? We got video of the people putting bombs over there. Different people, by the way. There's a different person driving the truck 2 days ago. It's a rented truck. Who's that person? Who are all these people? How did the FBI investigate all of these people at the same time? Huh? Fascinating. So they said it was a misunderstanding. You misinterpreted that video of those dudes and that lady putting bombs places. Allegedly, of course. Right? Allegedly. Like Ray Epps, they'll sue you later on. Okay, because it was all a misinterpretation. It was a lone wolf. A lone wolf. Every time. Patriots.win over here. Before the day is over, we'll get a clip from a major news outlet calling the Muslim terrorist in New Orleans a lone wolf attacker. And boom, just in. FBI says New Orleans terrorists had to act alone. Why would anybody listen to you? So everybody at the FBI has to be at least fired, most likely arrested, but you've got to be. Why would anybody listen to you? You just told everybody it wasn't a terrorist attack. It was you. You can't. It has to be the FBI involved. This ISIS is a paramilitary group of the deep state and the globalists, And the FBI is just another finger on that globalist appendage. And they work in hand over here. The FBI's job is to cover up for the ISIS terrorists in this country. Or you're going to have to explain to me how nobody gets fired. Hey, nobody going to get fired? Nobody going to get fired on this, right? Nobody going to get... And of course, they knew about the dude. The dude's been making ISIS videos on YouTube. YouTube will ban you if you say that there should only be 2 bathrooms. You go around espousing how you should kill everybody who's not an Islam. ISIS is fine. ISIS. I'm a big fan of ISIS. The FBI won't even look into you. You want kid porn out of your child's elementary school library? The FBI deep into you, right? Did you post based somewhere on the internet? The FBI's got a list on you. Dude's talking about celebrating ISIS. Yeah, it's his prerogative. And then he rams a truck through everybody. Acted alone, though. Acted alone. Okay, he acted alone, everybody. By the way, the Airbnb that he was staying at, it blew up. It blew up. After he was killed, by the way. I mean, he could have put a kitchen timer bomb probably in there, but I'm thinking he probably doesn't have the IQ to do that. But no, I think somebody else was cleaning up, I don't know, the Airbnb with fire. Lives of TikTok over here. The Airbnb where the terrorist was staying burned down in a fire this morning. Yeah. This morning. So, you guys didn't know? The FBI's got facial biometrics on all of us American citizens, right? They didn't know who this guy was immediately, right? They didn't go secure this location. An Airbnb where a suspect who allegedly drove into a crowd at New Year's celebration in New Orleans was staying at. It burned down today. Yep, burned down. But he acted alone. He acted alone. In an event that's not a terrorist attack. Okay? It's not a terrorist attack. By the way, they're saying, well, it burned down because that's where he was making a bunch of IEDs. The dude who's not a terrorist? This is madness. This is madness. We need to get together and we need a concerted effort. We got to get that chick from the FBI who said this wasn't a terrorist attack. She has to be fired. She has to be fired or arrested. You pick. I mean, somebody out there, you got to be fired. Right? Everybody all of her team that was collecting data and information, they're all fired, right? Everybody who said this wasn't a terrorist attack, they're all fired, right? No, they're covering up. They try to cover up for the terrorist. The FBI is a terrorist agency. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the Video Sport channel. I kept up to date on these lunatics over here protecting terrorists. Hit the subscribe button and make way, because the assault must fall.